3 of Unit 4, still on instructional objectives. We mentioned 3 domains in the previous session, which we have already looked at the cognitive domain. This session is looking at affective domain. Let's look at our objectives. By the end of this session, you should be able to explain what the following objectives under the affective domain require of students: receiving objectives, responding objectives, valuing objectives, organization objectives, and characterization objectives. Okay, so in the previous session, we looked at the cognitive domain where we mentioned levels in Bloom's taxonomy, such as the knowledge, understanding, the application, the analysis, the synthesis, etc. Here we are looking at the affective domain, and we'll look at the objectives or the levels under the affective domain. The affective domain itself is concerned with perception of interest, feelings, and values, something more of the heart than the mind. It is defined at 5 levels of increasing complexities as follows. Receiving. So you may have receiving objectives, which requires students to show awareness or attend to something in the environment. The receiving objective also has 3 levels, and they are awareness that science-related topics and issues exist, willingness to receive information about science, and selective attention to science topics. So awareness, willingness, and selective attention. If you want to write objective to reflect receiving, then consider action verbs such as recognize, observe, accept, develop, keep, etc. The next one is responding. And responding at this level, it requires the display of new behaviors as a result of experience. Responding has 3 levels, which are acquiescence, willingness, and satisfaction. Acquiescence means that the student does what is assigned or required. Willingness means that the student does science study above and beyond requirements. Satisfaction, on the other hand, implies that the student studies science for pleasure and enjoyment. If you are writing objective to reflect responding, then consider these action verbs: respond, display, try, agree, attempt, cooperate, discuss, practice, follow, etc. Then we have valuing. With valuing, it requires definite involvement or commitment. Action verbs are accept, pursue, seek, interact, maintain, adopt, encourage, etc. The next is organization. Organization requires integration of a new value into existing general set of values. If you want to state objective to reflect organization, then you may consider action verbs such as display, organize, establish, lead, consult, plan, etc. The next is characterization, also under the affective domain. Characterization requires acting consistently with the new value. And here, action verbs include act, verify, persist, promote, seek, etc. Okay, so we are bringing the session to a close, and you have these questions to try. You are to explain what the following objectives under the affective domain require of students: receiving objectives, responding objectives, valuing objectives, organization objectives, and then characterization objectives.